So the highlight for today in the room is kind of a teaching moment. First of all, we had this big short come out on the open, which generally means bearish below, bullish above. And you could see it came out 8:30 Central when we open, it pops in and we are bearish and they break them down about 10 points. Now, generally going to be resistance continues to break and more than 10 points, went down to 86, 88. And then it rallied from there and used that big order as resistance. Okay. A couple times. I didn't like it as resistance, even though it worked again in here. I didn't like it in there. And it comes off. All right. And I think it was more in there, right? I didn't like it as resistance anymore in there, even though it worked, ended up working. I wasn't bullish till it got above it, but it ended up working in there, right? So in here it works in there. I wasn't that enthused. I told people be careful selling it against that or staying short. And then what I want people to watch is the context of a level. First, you have the level, and when it's in here, it just kind of slowly goes up there, rotates around. But look at the difference when it attacks it this time. And I'll fast forward it. It attacks it from what price? I'm looking at 91.92. So it rallies 10 handles in less than 5 minutes. All right. Pretty straight up. And that's a nice rally, especially on a day like today, where the volume was a little lighter than the last couple of weeks, and the moves were a little less, and so on. But you could see how it attacks it, and you see me circling how it penetrates it. This was even more. I'm going to draw over my drawings when I was live. Was even more likely to penetrate through it than this time. All right, based on the context and the draw up from it. So if I play this out, you'll probably even see me say that. You could see my pen get drawn. Let me back it up. You could see my yellow pen get drawn right in here where it comes up from 10 handles below. So the context of blowing through that and then using it as, for a while, subsequent support a couple times until it goes through it. And it's like goes through it. It's one of those, all right, bearish below it, bullish above it. And it plays both sides of it. And it gets to be like, this is kind of a joke I use, but it seems to stick. And that's like your spouse in front of a closet full of shoes trying to decide which pair to wear that night. And that's sometimes a market finds a price where it's bullish above it, bearish below it. And that's, you don't want to get yourself chopped up around it. That was this even half on this particular session because of the big short we identified right on the open. So, and once it went away, once we got below it, it got real bearish again. So you got to pay attention to where big orders are coming in and out. This is live. We talked about this iceberg, this green iceberg has been there a while. Was going to draw a price to it. So, wow, 2,400. Let me stop the recording, go back live to the room.